Alright, what is up, YouTube? I feel like one of those like legit YouTubers now. But anyway, check this out. I'm on my way to the seamstress that I use. Basically, like, I never come out of the house like this. I'm always, either going to work or going to have some fun with some friends or whatever. So like just a t-shirt and shorts is crazy. But that's why I moved to New Orleans, Louisiana. I was getting tired of the cold in the Midwest. So to be able to actually just wear nothing but shorts, that are actually pretty short, a t-shirt and slides, like, I'll take it. But anyway, what I'm going to go get done, hopefully they work well with me. Hopefully I can come back and tell you, yeah, I just left it all with them and they're going to town with it. I'm just getting into motorcycle riding, and one of the biggest things was finding a jacket that, as I got it, I started to realize, wait a minute, I was looking for padding, but this thing is not fully padded out. It's got back armor, it's got shoulder armor, it's got forearm armor, which is like all the things that I've noticed some jackets just don't come with at all. So I thought I was getting a pretty sweet deal. Well, I did get a pretty sweet deal for $100. I got a Dianese jacket. I got it from Customracingwear, if I'm not mistaken. Well, Cycle Gear was selling, like, you didn't even have textile. You had mesh, and it was like 300 bucks. So the number one thing I noticed was it's lacking a lot of protection in areas where, as a novice, I'm thinking if something were to go catastrophically wrong, I'd get injured in these areas, which are my chest, my ribs, and my tailbone. While the jacket, I think it does come down past my tailbone. I bought a pair of BMW pants that zip on and off at the knees so you could wear them as shorts. It was like a vintage item. Another thing, it's like things that you think would be more common that people are requesting. Like, you get off the bike, you're gonna want to be in shorts. You're wearing all this heavy gear in the summertime. Why not? Well, I haven't seen a pair of shorts that have been on the market like since 2009. This is like the vintage racing wear that I had to find on eBay. And here I am chasing down an eBay package today. So it adds to some of the hassle of, to me, what is just basic function. Like, do I need to come out with the motorcycle line or what? But anyway, Klim, another brand, which is like astronomical as a like beginner, like 400 bucks for a jacket. They had dual like pockets on the inside and out for your chest armor and stuff like that. But then again, this seems like this is all for the world of ADV bikes, which are the big ones that you're like constantly falling and sliding on. Versus, I saw a guy, he just got on the freeway. It was a lady, I want to say, on TikTok, and it was a video of a crash. Like, they just sped up to get on the freeway, which I feel like is a common thing in New Orleans. I'm standing right next to my Scion TC. It's got a 6-speed manual transmission, and it's able to just dart onto the freeway. I mean, I might have to go 80 to 85 miles per hour to end up in a 60 or 65 mile per hour zone, just because that's the competitive nature of drivers in New Orleans to get on a freeway. Or at least the lanes are like kind of going that speed when you get on. So this was my solution. I ordered this from Bone Armor, B-O-H-N. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. As well as some stuff from Amazon, which seems like the big no-no from like a lot of the people at Cycle Gear that were talking about some of this stuff. They're like, they could sell fakes or whatever. But the biggest thing is, I mean, look at all this logo and stuff that comes on this packaging, like different logos or whatever. I've seen fakes, okay? I've worked in like sneakers and things like that, so I know how to spot a fake. This is some real deal stuff right here. CE2 level armor, chest protectors. I will probably get them to sew them in what looks to me as upside down. Basically because I want to leave room to add these rib protectors, which I bought. Basically I ordered 2 sets of thigh protectors that I'm using as rib protectors. They look like this. Boom. And so I've got this big mesh paneling that I'm going to use for that. Hopefully this is enough. I bought this when I was first starting to do like custom hats and things. Bam, look at all of that. That should be plenty for these little additions that I'm adding to the inside of this jacket. So yeah, we'll see what the seamstress says. It's thinner fabric. most of the times with these seamstresses, as I start to like get my stuff like taken care of for I'm gonna have to go to a few shops if they don't want to do it, but as I get stuff taken care of for like the hats and things I've been working on, I usually deal with like big thick nylon straps, all sorts of materials that are like thicker than most, leather and stuff like that. So I don't see why they would have a problem, you know, just pinching the outer edge of that stuff to be able to just stitch it on, however they would do it, to like add to this layer of mesh that's already in there. So I would say more of the temperature, like, you know, problems might just come from having extra mesh in this, having extra padding in this throughout. But again, I like, you know, Bone didn't really have too many options on like airflow or anything like that. But being that this looks like something that can slip in and out, I might even, it might mess with the integrity of it or whatever, so I might not. That's might be why it's CE2 and doesn't come with those little airflow panels like you see. But anyway, it was just very hard to find like specifically thigh armor and stuff like that. So it might be worth it to get something manufactured to kind of just sell to like the broader market. It would be cool to like dress some of this stuff up a little bit more. I mean, at the end of the day, this is cool. Like the color combination looks very classic. It looks like something you would see like on a racetrack or whatever. Like my sister, who loves old Budweiser jackets and everything, as soon as she saw this jacket, she like fell in love with it. But it would be really cool, like especially like here in New Orleans, we have all these little stores where like they've got graffiti on jeans, they've got all kinds of like designs and stuff from like basically local people. M-Line's a big company out here. They've made like this like flower pattern that everybody falls in love with. It kind of looks like the that like big logo that everybody's using right now. That I'm trying to think of the guy's name, but he's like Emery. He worked for Supreme, and he's got like, it's basically those cotton wreaths, like, you know, some stuff like that would be really cool to see like on some of this racing gear, because at the end of the day, this just does not have that like zeal that I think a lot of customers would be looking for. But also with the protection in it, it's not the hoodies, it's not like all of that stuff you see on Instagram, like Marketplace, or like being advertised to you. This is like actually like top of the line stuff. So like I would just love to see it with more designs, more patterns, and boldness to it. And how hard would it be for somebody to start manufacturing stuff like that, even if it was based around an existing design? You know, let's say this was like the Gildan of motorcycle jackets. So anyway, we shall see, and let's hope that the seamstress works with me today.